Hi, good morning. My name is Muhammad Arif, and today is my presentation of personal expense tracker Android application. And my student ID number is ST20353056. And now I start my presentation, and it is the introduction part. In the introduction part, I have created a personal expense tracker Android application for this project, and the primary function is to assist users to organize day-to-day payments. And the non-consent users are able to easily record and analyze their financial activity. This application has been developed in Kotlin and using Android Studio. The Room database is used to store data locally, also added Google Maps and graphing options for the enhancement of this project, and the system is organized in a layer structure to provide a clean system, and the system is maintainable. And now in the third slide, it is a system architecture overview. In this slide, I designed the system using a layer design approach to make it locally separated. Database operations are handled using the data layer and the room, and the repository is composed of classes that act as a bridge between the UI and the data sources. And the utility classes are used for the session management and permissions. With the live data automatically update the UI, and if the data changes, this necessary background processing such as the fetching data from an external service or is done continuous to ensure the app behaves smoothly, and it enhances the flexibility and the maintainability of the this structure and this app. And now in the fourth slide, it is a use of case diagram. In this slide, the use of case diagram is used to describe the interactions between the user and the system. And the users may log in and register to use this application. And once the user is logged in, they can add, view, update, or delete any type of expenses data. And the system also provides the functionality to filter or delete expenses and to search through the filter and the expense data. It provides the users access, and also the view analytics are also using charts and by charts and see the location of expense by maps. If the user does not log out, the session management will keep the user logged in. And now in the fifth slide, it is a sequence diagram and expense flow. As in this slide, as the user adds an expense, is he or she fills in all the necessary information. This activity puts this data in the repository layer, and it is forwarded by the repository to the DAO. And also in the DAO stores the data in the room database, and also the live data will now update the UI automatically after saving, and the recycler view are then updated with the new data. This process conforms to the standard way of doing interactions of sequence diagrams of UML. And now in the sixth slide, it is a sequence diagram login flow. And this in this slide, when the user logs in and he puts the data in the user credentials and that are sent to the repository ensures that the data is consistent with the DAO checking the data in the DB. If all the credentials are right and the data is also right, a session is set and the user talks to the dashboard, and otherwise an error message is displayed. This provides a secure authentication that is achieved and maintains the convention of the sequence of the flow. Now we move to the seventh slide, and in this seventh slide, it is a UI and the flow. In this slide, the application starts with the login screen and registration screen. And once the users log in and she arrives at the dashboard, the users can enter the expenses with an easy to use form, and all the costs are listed in a tabular format. And the analytics screen displays graphs for users to review and to learn where they are spending money. Expense location is displayed with the Google Maps, and the interface is straightforward, simple to use, and it is easy use. Financial management tools are included in this application, so it is not be a worry about that. the SDK and the technology stack is the eighth slide. And in this slide, I have developed this application using all the time great Android stack. And also in the SDK, the Kotlin is used as the programming language. And in the database for all data is stored locally. And the leave data and the view model provides an efficient way of managing data flow. And the Google Maps are enabled to be using Google Map SDK, and the charts are done by MP Android chart, and the partial code reusability and code structure enhance the using design patterns. And now it's a testing overview and conclusion part. In this part, I used a unit testing tools such as JUnit, Mockey, etc. for testing the application. To test the application, the validated authentication, expense management, and the database operations, I had a bit of play to with the UI updates and the releases and the background processing too. The mean performance of the system is satisfactory and stable, and but for the upcoming releases there are number of things that can be improved, and to make it more faster and more scalable, and also their design pattern helps to enhance their maintainability and the flexibility. And now that's done. And now it's the last slide and it is a reference part. So now I done my presentation, and I hope that you like my presentation and give me a good marking as well. And thank you very much for. Now in Android Studio, we can open a personal expense tracker file. Like open the file in the Android Studio. You can see there it's loading. Yeah, it takes some time to be fully loaded. Yeah, you can go to the main menu, and our file is fully exported. And now the all the functions are properly displayed. Now you go to the file section and sync project with the graded files. We can sync the project with the graded files. And now the work is start, and we can go to the build section to see the processing. It shows the timing of that how much time is taken to be processed this. And this will loading. It takes some time to be synced there because their file sizes is too much, so that's why it takes some times. And after completing this all the processing, we have an access to run the app. First we have to be wait. It shows me the 48 or 50 seconds to be doing this all the process. Wait. And now the start, and we can have an access to run the app. Just click on it, and now the app running is start. It also takes some time. And now the app is run, and we can see there. But first I'm just login, and I'm just show you that how to log in the details. First I have log out, and we have put it our email and password to log in. I'm just yeah, and the password, and press login. And now we have login the app, and we can show the analytics and the insights from there. It is fully divided in some parts, like the shopping part is different, the food part is different, and it shows the. And now we can go and hit the search option there, and we can search like which part of expenses we want to see. Like we can search there, and and they show all the expenses there. And also there are have a sorting part, like you can sort your payments and your expenses like day to day, like oldest, newest, amount low to high, high to low. and there is an options for the food, travel, bills and shopping. We are divided differently, and now we can want to add expense, so click there, and like in the description part we can write BIKE fuel, like bike fuel, and the amount like $1,000, and it's like travel, and put out the date and time which you want to see and the location, and create that, and it shows in the travel option the like bike fuel, and you can change the date and time. And as we seen that we just change the time and the date, and they also are show in the display option, and also we can change that their category, and their description part and their amount, everything we want to update there, we can update easily. So it is shows that this app is very easy to use and simple, and it is very user friendly. So that's all about my presentation, and I hope you like my presentation and the app which I have shown you run, and that's all about my presentation. So thank you very much.